All right, let's jump right in. There's this massive challenge in the workforce, right? You've got these talented, eager apprentices on one side, and on the other, businesses who are just crying out for those skills. So how do you connect them? Well, today, we're going to look at a model that's designed to be that exact bridge. So think about it. Are you just starting your career and trying to get your foot in the door, or maybe you're on the other side, running a team and looking to grow? Either way, this is for you. Because the problem looks a little different depending on where you're standing. But the goal, it's the same for both. Finding that perfect fit. And this really lays out that gap perfectly. See, on one hand, you've got apprentices. What do they need? A secure start, some guidance, a clear path forward. But on the flip side, you have the employers. They need good, reliable people, but they just don't have time for all the administrative headaches. It's like two sides of the same coin, and both have their own frustrations.
So, how do you actually fix this? Well, that's where something called a group training organization, or a GTO, steps in. And today, we're going to focus on one in particular, Apprenticeships Are Us. They see themselves as more than just a company, they're the actual bridge that connects those two sides.
Okay, so what exactly is a group training organization? Let's break it down. Basically, a GTO is an organization that directly employs the apprentices and trainees. Then, they place them with what they call host employers. And here's the key part. The GTO handles all the employment stuff. This lets the apprentice just focus on learning the trade, and the employer can focus on the actual mentoring.
And it's really a simple three-step process. First, Apprenticeships Are Us. Let's call them ARU. They hire the apprentice directly. So on paper, ARU is the employer. Step 2, that apprentice gets placed with a trusted host employer to get that all-important real-world experience. And finally, Step 3, ARU takes care of literally everything else. We're talking payroll, training, safety, mentorship, the whole shebang. It's a system that's just built to be simple.
All right, let's switch gears and look at this from the apprentice's perspective. For anyone just starting out, this whole model is designed to give them a really secure, totally supported way into their career.
And when we say supported, we mean it. I mean, look at this. Every single apprentice gets their own dedicated mentor, an apprentice employment manager. All that paperwork, payroll, insurance, superannuation, all handled. They even supply the personal protective equipment, the PPE. But it goes beyond just the job site. They also teach you life skills and make sure your formal training with the RTO is all sorted. It's a complete safety net.
And I think this motto really gets to the heart of it. Your success is our priority. That tells you it's not just about plugging a hole in a company's roster. It's a genuine personal commitment to seeing that person grow and build a real career.
Okay, so let's cross that bridge and look at it from the employer's point of view. For a business, this whole thing is framed as a super streamlined solution. The idea is you get to focus on your business and let the GTO handle all the tricky parts of bringing on an apprentice.
And ARU boils it down to eight major ways they support their host employers. We're not just talking about a couple of nice perks here. This is a whole system designed to make a business owner's life a lot easier. Let's dig into what they are.
So what's the bottom line for a business owner? It's all about saving time and reducing risk. ARU handles the really hard parts, the recruitment and vetting process, the weekly payroll and leave, workers' comp. They even supply all the PPE and safety gear. Plus, they manage all the educational compliance stuff. They basically take all that administrative weight off your shoulders so you can get back to what you do best, mentoring and building skills.
Now, what's really interesting is where this all started. This model began with a super strong foundation in the automotive industry, but it didn't stop there. It's expanded. Now we're talking IT, business, plumbing, even early childhood education. They're taking that same successful bridge-building idea and applying it to all sorts of industries that need skilled workers. And this is where we see that it's about more than just the nuts and bolts of the process. It's about building lasting futures. For this organization, it's not just a job, it's a mission.
And this right here is a huge piece of the puzzle. Apprenticeships Are Us is a registered charity, a not-for-profit. What does that mean? It means their main goal isn't making money. It's creating real, sustainable career paths, especially for young people or anyone who might be at a disadvantage. It adds this whole layer of community purpose to what they do.
And their official vision really says it all. They want to be a place where vulnerable Australians can confidently go to get support, guidance, and, most importantly, real access to apprenticeships. It's a big picture vision, It's all about empowerment and making a real impact on the community. So when you put all this together, it leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it?
By creating this one central hub that supports both the apprentice and the business, could this GTO model be the future of how we train our workforce? It's definitely a powerful way to build skills right from the ground up.